we are going to be adding some action buttons and hyperlinks to this presentation. And action buttons can be used to go to different slides in your show. You can also create action buttons that will link to other documents or to the internet. And we're also going to be doing a hyperlink. And hyperlinks are kind of similar to action buttons because you can link to other slides, but you can also link to other pages and to the internet as well. So we are going to go to slide 1. And the action buttons are actually at the bottom of these shapes. So we're going to click on the More button. And at the bottom of shapes, we have a lot of kind of pre-configured action buttons. And we are going to pick the button that will take us to the next slide, which is this one. So we're going to go ahead and select it. And then in the lower right corner, we're just going to drag a small square. And you'll see that the default on this is when you click it, it automatically goes to the next slide. And that is exactly what we want. Now, we could program this to do something different, but we do want it to go to the next slide. So we're going to click OK. And now we're going to select this, go into Format. And as far as the dimensions go, we want a perfect square. So we're going to change the dimensions to 0.5 for the height and 0.5 for the width. That will give us a nice perfect square. And since we've got this positioned and we have it formatted, what we're going to do is copy it and paste it to all of the other slides except for the last slide. Because on the last slide, there is no next. So we're going to go to the home ribbon and copy. And then we're going to click on slide 2. And you can either click paste or you can press Control and the letter V. And either paste or Control and V will put the button in, and it'll put it in the same location that it copied it from. So we are going to paste on every single slide, except the very last one. And I'm just pressing Control V. And now I'm on the last slide. For the last slide, we do not want to put the next button because there is no next. What we want to do instead is put the home button. So we're going to click on More Shapes. And you'll notice there's a little shape that has a house. And that is the home button. So we're going to click on that. And we are going to drag over here in the lower right corner. And you'll notice the default is for it to go to the first slide. And that is precisely what we want. So we're going to click OK. And let's click on this and go into Format. We want the same dimensions that we had for the other buttons. So we want a perfect square, 0.5 for the height, and 0.5 for the width. And I might move that up just a little bit. And then, why don't we save our changes here? We've got our action buttons kind of all set. And now we are going to go into slide 6. And on this slide, we are going to add a hyperlink to the Royal Ontario Museum. So we are going to select the text, and we are going to be converting this into a link. So let's go into the Insert ribbon, and we're going to choose the Hyperlink Command button. And you'll notice that you can actually link to a different file, or you can key in a web address. And we are going to key in www.rom.on.ca. Okay, so you'll notice it's stuck in the http:// for us, which is awesome. Don't have to worry about typing that part. And we're going to click OK. And that creates the hyperlink. So we'll save our changes. And we are going to run the show starting with our first slide. And I'm going to click on my button. And that should take me to the next slide. And then I'm going to click on Royal Ontario Museum. And assuming you're connected to the internet, you should see the website. And I'm going to close that and click on Next. And that takes me to the end here, and I'm going to click on Home, which takes me back to the beginning. And now I'm going to right-click and end the show. So assuming all of that works, you can save your changes and close the file because now we are done with this part of the project.